Hello, hello, and welcome to the Disenfranchised Podcast. That podcast all about those franchises of one, those films that fancy themselves full-fledged franchises before falling flat on their face after the first film. I am your host, Stephen Foxworthy. Joining me, as always, the man about which many a teenager whispers about in darkened corridors. It's Tucker. Hey, Tucker.
Hello, Steven.
How we doing tonight, man?
Pretty all right. Pretty all right. I got to watch Freaky, so
I mean,
I had
yes.
an excuse to watch Freaky, so that's
like
great.
You need one.
Well, I need it on 4K or Blu-ray, but I just haven't gotten it yet because
yes.
I could not believe that it did not own it either digitally or physically, and I had to rent that motherfucker.
I caught it on Freevee, Amazon Prime Freevee.
Ooh,
so only two commercial breaks though. All right. Not bad.
Right.
Not bad.
Okay.
And honestly, the first one was before the movie even started, and then the second one was like half an hour in, and then so the last big stretch of the movie had no interruptions whatsoever. So it worked. Yes, that's right, listener. We are discussing today 2020's Freaky, written and directed by Christopher Landon, also written by Michael Kennedy, produced by Le Blumhouse, and starring...
I'm sorry, is that Michael Landon's kid?
Christopher Landon? I don't know.
Because I know he has a kid who does movie stuff. That fucking is him.
Yes,
dude.
It is. Yes, that is Michael Landon's kid.
I want Michael Landon. Oh, Little House on the Prairie. I would start crying just thinking about that show.
Highway to Heaven?
Yeah, Highway to Heaven's okay, but I cannot get through one episode of Little House on the Prairie, even if it's one of the later ones, without crying at least once. Mr. Edwards and
I was
Pa,
never a Little House kid.
Oh, that's too bad for you. It was a time and a place thing. I don't know how they're going to remake it because it's one of those shows that like...
Are they going to?
Yeah.
Hate that.
HBO Max is doing it, I think. Or no, okay. Netflix is doing it. But no, I don't care. They can do whatever they want. It's just there are some things that even though they aren't of that time, because like Little House on the Prairie is like frontier times. Right. But the fact that it came out in the late 70s, early 80s, there's something about the way they shot dramas and stuff on TV like that just you can't recreate that. I think they don't make them like that anymore. They can't make them like that anymore. Well, my mom was way into it, so we caught it on reruns.
Tracks. Anyway, written by Christopher Landon and Michael Kennedy, and starring Vince Vaughn, Catherine Newton, Katie Finneran, Celeste O'Connor, Misha Oshorovich, sorry, Misha, and Cameron himself, the great Alan Ruck. What a cast. What a picture.
I love this movie so much. I'm just going to go ahead and bury the lead here. We can wrap up after I'm done saying this if you'd like. I love this movie so much. No, don't really wrap up after I say this.
No, we're done. No,
I love this movie so much. Every time I watch it, not only am I a huge fan of Vince Vaughn when he's not playing Vince Vaughn. Sometimes I like him when he's playing Vince Vaughn too. But I especially like Vince Vaughn when he's not playing Vince Vaughn because man's got some range. Man can do some shit.
Not that you would really know it from like some of the stuff he's been doing in recent years, this movie notwithstanding.
He doesn't need to because his regular personality, his swingers made personality that's kind of Vince Vaughn.
Right.
And it works and it's entertaining. That's why I say I don't dislike it when he plays himself. Usually it works out pretty well depending on the character and the script.
Sure.
But I especially like it when he gets to show his range in things like this. And for another example would be the second season of True Detective.
A season you and I both stumped for.
That's some of the finest work he's ever done is that season. Ooh,
between him and Colin Farrell.
Yeah. Just desperate, awful men. And they're so good at it. The worst thing
I can say about True Detective Season 2 is that it had to follow True Detective Season 1. And that, I think, is what really dinged it for a lot of people. Because otherwise, that shit's really strong.
Also, I'd argue that they wasted John Carter. There wasn't enough John Carter.
Taylor Sheridan, yeah.
Yeah,
and honestly, Rachel
the
McAdams
character
a little
was
bit
great,
too.
but I think she was in there just enough. We could have used a little bit more of her, but I really think that John Carter was. I'm just going to refer to him as John Carter from now on.
Right.
I think that
It's
he
not
was
Taylor
very,
Sheridan. It's
very,
what's
very
his name?
underused.
Gambit
Taylor
from
Kitsch.
Taylor Kitsch. That's what it is. I knew it was Taylor something. Taylor Sheridan is Cyclops in the later X-Men movie. Everyone's in a fucking X-Men movie. Shit.
Everybody's in an X-Men movie.
So Freaky opens on November 12th, 2020. We're not wrapping up.
We're doing the I'm not doing the numbers. Get out of here, Steven. Punch you square in the wiener.
So what is your
I was saying,
no, I'm sorry, go ahead. No, keep going.
I was just saying that I was bringing up that not only is Vince Vaughn fantastic in this, and I think all the performances are fantastic, but for a movie like this to work, the two leads have to be convincing as each other. Mm-hmm. And I think that these two leads are every bit as convincing as the objectively greatest body swap performance in Face Off with John Travolta and Nick Cage. Every bit as good as that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the peak. Right? It doesn't get better than that. That's where it is. Because, like, wow, both John Travolta and Nicolas Cage did a really good job of doing an impression of one another. And they just sat there in a room just like saying stuff to each other and like changing. And I have to believe that sometimes in movies like this, no matter how good the actor is, that sometimes you have to have the actor that is originally inhabiting the role maybe go through the scene with them so that the other person kind of knows sort of
I feel like
where the path.
I feel like that's kind of the standard. Like, how would you read this? How would you play this? Would you mind playing this for me? And then like give me notes on what I'm doing. And although I feel like Vince Vaughn would not have done that I mean, Catherine Newton may have asked Vince Vaughn that. I don't think Vince Vaughn is asking Catherine Newton to do that. But he still manages to convincingly play a teenage girl. And it is... It reminds me of what I loved about Vince Vaughn back in his heyday, back in those early days.
Back in his Norman Bates days.
I still haven't seen... I'm going to watch it coming up because we're getting ready to cover Psycho here in a few months on Pod and the Pendulum. So I will watch through all the Psycho movies. I will watch the Psycho sequels. I will do my fucking penance for saying that they sucked on that one episode.
You saw him in The Lost World, though, because he was the photographer. The boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah. And he's very not Vince Vaughn in that. He's just very generic in that. He's just...
I was going to say, he's nothing in that. Like, that's
just a dude.
I forgot he was in that until you just brought it up. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I guess he is, isn't he?
Yeah, dude.
But, yeah. Like, so, I mean, have you seen any other Christopher Landon films, or is this your first exposure to Christopher Landon?
Now, I knew that he was Michael Landon's son, and I've always been a fan of that, obviously.
Some of his other films, 2010's Burning Palms, Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones, Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, the ones that you might have seen, Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day 2 U.
Mm-hmm. I love both of those films.
And then
he's good at the concept shit.
He's good at genre mashups, like, because that's what Happy Death Day is. That's what Freaky is. Like, he's good at taking two things and putting them together to make a third weird, fun thing. Mm-hmm. He did the Netflix film We Have a Ghost with Adam Scott, I think is in that one.
I did the only Paranormal Activity movie I like, the one in the projects.
Oh, there you go.
Latino people in the projects. That one's The Marked Ones. That's the one I like. I like that one a lot. It's weird.
Oh, no, sorry. We Have a Ghost is not Adam Scott. It's they look very similar types. David Harbour is who I was thinking that was in that.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, very, very similar presences.
Should I see that?
And then earlier this year, he did the movie Drop. Did you see Drop?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a movie about a woman who goes on a date. And she keeps getting in like one of those like rotating at the top of a building restaurants, and she keeps getting airdrops from someone who is threatening to murder her son if she doesn't like follow these instructions to the letter. It's it's not as strong a movie as I'd hoped. Like based on the premise and of course the Christopher Landon connection.
Well, he didn't have a hand in writing it at all. It looks like all of his other films he at least co-wrote,
right.
But this one, Drop, he didn't. It doesn't even have a writing credit at all. Not even co-writing credit.
Right, which I think initially struck me as odd. Yeah, because he's usually, I mean, you know, he's a writer director. He tends to write his own stuff or direct his own stuff. So, but I've seen the Happy Death Day movies. I've seen Freaky and I've seen Drop. Those are the only of his films that I've seen. But with, you know, Drop I thought was fine, but the rest of them I've really enjoyed. And, you know, there's something very similar between this and the Happy Death Day films. You know, being able to take a slasher and combine it with what is generally a more comedic genre and making something that really has a foot in both worlds, I think is really, really fun and takes, I think, a good degree of skill to pull off. Yeah. So, I would say I'm a Christopher Landon. I will go back and at some point watch the rest of his oeuvre for sure.
Scout's Guide is really good, but pretty forgettable. Like, it's a really good time, but it's not one that sticks with you like most of the rest of his work.
Sure.
I almost fucked up because I almost said, but wait, he didn't write Freaky. Diablo Cody did, but no, Diablo Cody didn't. And I'm going to tell you why I thought that, Steven. It's because I couldn't help myself. After I watched Freaky, I was like, you know what else I should watch? I should watch straight up Lisa Frankenstein.
Oh, another Catherine Newton joint. Yes.
She's so good at both of those movies. I love Lisa Frankenstein.
I enjoyed Lisa Frankenstein. I thought that one was pretty fun. And it's
that
got
one was
kind of a Christopher Landon kind of feel to it. Like, because it's a Frankenstein movie with a Frankenstein movie with like a teen drama. So
it reminds me a lot of Heathers. Lisa Frankenstein reminds me so much of Heathers.
That makes sense.
That would be a good double feature too, but this happened to be a triple feature because after I watched Lisa Frankenstein, I was like, well, you know, I could watch My Boyfriend's Back because it's a very similar plot as Lisa Frankenstein.
Right. I was going to say, so you just pretty much had a through line there.
I could have kept going too. I would have been like, oh, I should watch Parents next because Bob Balaban.
Because Bob Balaban, yeah. You're like Catherine Newton in a kind of a horror comedy, smart talking horror comedy. Okay, then we go, Boyfriend Resurrected from the Dead. Okay, Bob Balaban. From there, I don't know where you would have gone next.
Which
like Serial Mom?
Maybe because they're both kind of throwbacks to, like, even though they don't take place in the 50s, like the style of the film and the humor and the way it's presented is very much a throwback to
very much pastiche
the 50s with Boyfriend's Back and I thought that Parents kind of foretold that being set in the 50s. You know, he was kind of into that at that time, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was the 90s. There was a lot of boomer nostalgia going on around that time.
Mm-hmm. I was way in the 60s when I was a teenager.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had
all the 90s now.
Exactly. All the Nick at Night programming was shit from the 50s and 60s from when our parents were kids. And that's the shit I grew up watching in primetime when, all the sinful shows were on. We'd watch, the old classics on Nick at Night. So
I Love Lucy for hours.
I Dream of Jeannie. The one I couldn't watch was Bewitched. Care to guess why, Tucker?
But it's a genie. Why you could watch the genie, but you couldn't watch the witch?
Correct.
Why?
Because genies aren't witchcraft, Tucker, and witches are.
Yeah, but okay, Wiccans, cover your ears. But witches aren't real, Steven. And neither are Jinn, cover your ears. Neither are genies. Okay, you can both uncover your ears. Yeah, none of that shit exists. So, like,
the Ifrits are coming after you because you didn't tell them to plug their ears.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what. Nope, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm not gonna offend an entire group of people. I'm just saying, put a spell on me. Go ahead, fucking let's go. Come on, prove it.
Tucker does not speak for the entirety of the Disenfranchised podcasts.
I love you, Wiccans and witches, but prove it. Love you, but prove it.
Have you ever been to Salem, Massachusetts?
Yes, I have. My friend Taryn and I went there.
You go to the Salem Witch Museum?
Didn't have time.
That was a good time.
I wanted to go to the Satanist Museum as well. We were pretty interested in that, but we didn't have time.
I've been to the Witch Museum twice. It's a good time.
Nice.
Yeah. Every time I go to Salem, I go to the Witch Museum. And then Hubie Halloween has a big old scene set in the Witch Museum. The Adam Sandler film.
People like that movie.
I was going to say, speaking of actors like Vince Vaughn, who kind of tend to fall back on playing the same kind of role they've been playing for years, Adam Sandler in most of his stuff. Happy Matt.
Did you see that trailer for that
too? Out now.
Did you see that trailer for that new movie he's going to be in with George Clooney? That looks really good. Really, really. What the fuck is it? It's like called. It's a name. It's the guy's name. It's the title of the movie, and it. See if you draw your words out. There's no space that you have to cover up, and the movie I'm thinking of, the trailer I saw today, Jay Kelly, is what it was called. It's going to be on Netflix. It's directed by Noah Baumbach.
Oh, Baumbach loves using Adam Sandler. He was in the Meyerowitz stories with him as well.
Written by Baumbach and Emily Mortimer. I had no idea she was a writer.
Oh, interesting.
I knew that her bones were very brittle. From 30 Rock, I knew.
Greta's off doing her own thing now, so she doesn't have time to co-write with Noah anymore.
Well, you got the mousiest gal in Hollywood to help you out.
Might as well.
Not an insult, by the way.
I own two Adam Sandler movies. Tucker, care to guess which two they are?
Punch Drunk Love and Uncut Gems.
Got it in two. Bravo, sir.
Yeah, dude.
Love those movies. And I think Sandler is fucking great in both of them.
Airheads. Airheads is the only Adam Sandler movie I own.
That, and again, very... My two Adam Sandler films are very on brand for me. Yours is very on brand for you.
Steve Buscemi's great in that too. Love Brendan Fraser in that as well. Everybody's good in that.
Chris Farley in that is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I love Chris Farley in that one. Like, he is so fun in that one. I really dig him. Anyway, we're here to talk about Freaky. Yeah, originally titled Freaky Friday the 13th.
Oh, and hey, that makes sense because those title cards at the beginning, I did appreciate that.
Yes.
I did quite appreciate that.
Very much so. Like, which again, it's a mashup of Freaky Friday and Friday the 13th. Like, it's two great tastes that apparently taste great together. Who would have thought?
Who would have? I mean, me. I think you can match almost anything with horror. That's why, the Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which I haven't seen, that's why that probably works. I did enjoy. This is not the same, but like Crime and Punishment in Suburbia. Did you see that one? It's Crime and Punishment, but it's in like late 90s suburbia. It's got Angel's son in it. The kid from Masterminds. Angel from Angel. He has a kid.
Vincent Kartheiser.
Yes, there you go. That guy.
No, he was not Masterminds. Mad Men.
No, he was in a movie called Masterminds. It was Die Hard with a kid. Patrick Stewart was the principal. He was a bad guy, spoiler. And
I thought you were talking about the show Mastermind. Sorry.
No, Angel's son was the John McClane of the Die Hard in a School.
Okay. Is that one we can cover?
Yeah, we should, because I really liked it when I was a kid, and I doubt it holds up. So I can't wait for it to ruin my day.
Yes, originally titled Freaky Friday the 13th. And I gotta say, like, I really enjoyed Happy Death Day, like the whole time loop with a slasher movie. I thought was really fun and creative and engaging. The Freaky Friday body swap with a slasher, also really fucking fun. And you get someone like Vince Vaughn who
is a giant. Physically a giant. Sometimes you don't, when you're watching him, they don't always film him to let you know that he's a giant. But Vince Vaughn is huge. He's a very large man.
He's a hulking beast of a man.
He's a beast of a man.
I kind of want to go through his like run up before this because honestly, like it's not great. Like after I would say like the aforementioned Be Cool. Or did we mention Be Cool when we were recording, or was that a pre-recording rant that we went on?
I don't remember. No, the wrestling was pre-recorded.
Pre-record. So yeah, we talked about that before recording. But we've been talking about Be Cool. But he's in Be Cool in 2005. He does Mr. and Mrs. Smith and Wedding Crashers in 2005.
What, Vince Vaughn was in Be Cool? Who was he in Be Cool?
Raji, apparently.
Oh, yeah, he was he had the tracksuit, and he was a gangster. You would say in modern terms, he had a what the kids call a black scent, I believe, in that movie. You remember him? Be Cool. He was.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do an impression, but he had the gold teeth, and
I've been trying to block it out, but yeah.
Roger.
I had successfully done it until
hilarious.
I brought that up.
The
next year, he's in probably his last big movie, The Breakup with Jennifer Aniston. He has a small role in Into the Wild, but then in 2007, he's in a little movie called Fred Claus.
People love that movie, right?
I think by all accounts, let me just check my notes. Everyone said it was
poop.
And then the year after that, he does 4 Christmases. So just 2 terrible Christmas movies in a row. Couples Retreat in 2009, which generally speaking, not great. The Dilemma with Kevin Hart in 2011. The Watch in 2012, which had the misfortune of coming out like right after the George Floyd shit happened. So like everyone avoided that one like the plague. It was supposed to be called Neighborhood Watch.
Mm-hmm.
And then the George Floyd shit happened, and everyone's like, never mind.
It did? What year did that come out?
2012.
George Floyd didn't happen until 2020, dingus.
Not, no, Trayvon Martin is who I'm thinking.
There you go.
Similar things happening, terrible things happening to black men in this country. Hard to keep them all straight,
Yeah. I thought The Watch was okay. I thought it was fine. I thought that...
I saw it. It's kind of like, I like all these people individually. I don't know how I feel about all of them together.
They're good together. It's just the script is just kind of meh. It's well directed. Everybody's funny in it. They have great chemistry, but yeah. And look, you said his name right this time. Good job, Steven. No, I'm serious. I corrected you a whole bunch of times, and then you learned. That's the same thing I do with my kid. You just correct her enough times, she'll learn.
I just saw his new movie last week, and
did you like it?
It's really fucking funny.
Am I going to like it? I think I'm going to like it.
You're going to have a fucking blast, sir. You're going to love it. 2013, he does The Internship. He has a small uncredited reprisal of a role in Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues.
Oh, yeah.
He does do in 2015, it's True Detective Season 2, which we both agree he's good in. Not everybody else apparently hates that season and thinks it sucks ass. How dare they? He does Hacksaw Ridge in 2016. And then he gets into
his Clint Eastwood movie from like the 70s?
No, that's a Mel Gibson movie from 2016.
What am I thinking
Garfield.
Anyway, go ahead. No, I know what you're talking about, but what's the Clint Eastwood movie?
Then he enters his S. Greg Soller period where he's in Brawl in Cell Block 99, Dragged Across Concrete. And after this point, he's just kind of on. He's in a very fallow period. He's in a bunch of shit that no one is seeing. Fighting with My Family, Seaberg.
Oh, I want to see that though. I think that's going to be really good. I've seen the trailer to that, and it's got what's her nuts in it that I think is like just the best ever.
Kristen Stewart.
No, the gal that's Scarlet, the Black Widow's sister,
Florence Pugh.
Yes, she's great. She's the best at everything, and I hope she's just at everything from now on.
Florence Pugh is in Seaberg? I'm looking at the cast list, and I'm not
seeing Fighting with My Family, dingus.
Oh, I don't... Okay. The last movie I mentioned was Seaberg, but okay.
Well, there is a bit of a delay, I've noticed, so we seem to be working through it pretty well, though.
All right. I do love Florence Pugh, though. She is the best. Arkansas,
The Binge, really fun person to hang around with.
Yes. And then leading up to this in 2020, he's got Arkansas. He's got something called The Binge, and then this doesn't really revive his career any at all. Like I think everyone is saying good stuff about the Nonas, the movie he's in, the Netflix movie he's in. That came out earlier this year, The Nonas. About a bunch of Italian grandmothers who start a restaurant, and he's like the person that puts it together.
Nice.
Lorraine Bracco, Talia Shire.
Oh.
Adam Ferrara's in there. Looks like Joe Manganiello, Drea De Matteo, Susan Sarandon.
I'm already signed up. You had me with Talia Shire. We don't have to go any further. I'll watch it.
But it's on Netflix too, so knock yourself out. But apparently, everyone I've talked to that's seen it says it's really nice and sweet and a good movie. So But yeah, he's like, this does not be, and I think it's because it comes out in the deepest depths of the pandemic that this doesn't really do much for him. I think if more people had seen this movie, if this movie had done a little better and gotten in front of more faces, it probably would have been something that could have like helped him springboard back into another phase of a comedy career, or if not that, then maybe like a horror career.
Yeah, I mean he's been working for a long time though. I mean, it's not really like he needs a revitalization so much as, I mean, as long as he's putting in good performances in movies I like to see, he doesn't have to be like in popular movies making $1 billion, you know. I like Vince Vaughn for Vince Vaughn is what I'm saying. He doesn't have to be super famous. I still love it.
But that's just what I'm saying is like the stuff he's in hasn't really given him any excuse to stretch those muscles, to flex those muscles any at all. Like, and I think this movie is the kind of the lone exception to that, where he does get to remind us of the fact that he was a really funny actor once and was a bankable comedy star. Was it 15 years ago as of the release of this movie? Yes, but he was an incredibly bankable comedy star. It's nice to be reminded that he is really fucking funny.
I would say that in this film, he is really funny and he does give a good comedic performance, but he can add the dramatic weight when he needs to. And that's like, even whether he's being funny or dramatic in this film, I believe both of them.
Correct.
Like my favorite scene is when he's chasing his friends because they don't know that it's her. Mm-hmm. And when he's rattling off all that stuff and they do their secret handshake and stuff. Ooh,
it's so good.
It sweeps you up and you're just like, oh, I'll just sit here on this cloud and just be really happy and watch this movie.
Absolutely. No, he manages to find the balance between the comedy and the horror in equal measure. And and I would say the same for Catherine Newton in this as well. And I feel like the two of them are able to stand toe to toe pretty well. Because she also, like, when she's possessed of the butcher, like the way that she just kind of like is kind of wordlessly taking everything in. The scene where she's like, her mom's talking to her and she's just like casually flexing her fingers, like shortly after the initial switch, is just really freaky.
I really love the nuance of what she does, because as soon as he wakes up in her body, like, he's figuring it out. Mm-hmm. He doesn't, like you were saying, you know, he doesn't say very much at first. He doesn't really say a lot until he figures out his character, until he figures out like how this girl's world works and how people expect him to react. And then he's just talking all the time. But at first, I love how it develops that he's figuring it out. And you can tell he's not saying anything. He's barely saying anything. Right. And when he does say something, he's very obviously gauging people's reactions so that he knows how to portray this person. And I think that is just a touch of brilliance in that performance.
Agreed. And you see, and then by the same token, when the shoe's on the other foot, when you're looking at Vince Vaughn as the teenager, it's that kind of, he plays the bewilderment and just the like, the butcher kind of falls into it very easily, but Millie is obviously like has a much harder time adjusting than the butcher seems to do. And, you know, like and the discover, like, what if a teenage girl is suddenly inhabiting the body of a grown man, and not even like an attractive by their standards grown man, but like a serial killer who is like very unhygienic. And like the scene with her in the bathroom where she's just like going to the bathroom and her friends
in awe of her new genitalia.
Right. And she's just like flapping it around and like all the things you would imagine someone who has just discovered a penis would probably do. It's insanely funny and very, very, very well realized. It's part of the writing of this that I find really funny is that when you like, okay, what if we're putting a teenage girl in a grown man's body? What are her reactions going to be? Like, oh, I'm like when she knocks the guy down, oh, I'm super strong, or like, oh my God, I've been peeing for like 5 minutes. This guy's bladder must be huge. Like all the shit like that, where you're just like, this is insanely well realized. And they're just like one-off jokes. But again, I find them just very perfectly encapsulating of what this movie is and what it does.
Yeah.
Like those are the things I think this does really, really, really well.
I think it does a lot of things well. I think the dialogue is really well written. I think the pacing is good in this. That's one thing that I think could have killed this, would be if the pacing were off. But I think it gets in and out. Like it never gets boring. It never spins its wheels. You're always having a good time with it, and everything moves the story forward.
Yeah. And it's not like dragging it any bit. Like it goes at a clip. Like you're like the body swap happens, I would say, within the first 20 minutes of the movie. 20 minutes, like somewhere in there. Like, so you get enough time to establish who our main characters are, what they're like, the opening scene where the butcher attacks that first group of students in the house.
The cold open. Yeah.
Cold open is such a like perfect slasher movie.
It's Friday the 13th.
Well realized. It is.
It's like 3 different Friday the 13th movies start out exactly the same way, including the remake.
And then you get Millie's cold open, which is like the, life and times of a teenage loser kind of shtick. And then you get, they come together and at the end of that Thursday with, her waiting for her sister, in her mascot costume, getting hunted down by the butcher. Like, it's just really, really well done. And then you get the Freaky Friday the 13th, and it just perfect.
I think a lot of it owes a little bit to Scream as well. There were a few moments where I definitely felt like it was being inspired by Scream. One that jumps out at me is just like Casey Becker in the original Scream, who tells the killer that her boyfriend's going to be there any minute. And he's big, and he plays football, and he's gonna kick the shit out of you. And when homegirl in this movie's like, yo, my sister's on her way, and she's a cop.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely felt like, okay, all right, there's some callbacks here a little bit. Intentional or not, made me think of that.
The meta horror comedy thing, like Scream, changed the game for those kinds of films. So that I think both Happy Death Day and Freaky are both very indebted to Scream in a lot of ways.
Well, I think
Scream walks so those movies can run.
I think Happy Death Day the most, because the way that they figure out in those movies, the way that they deal with the time loop, is figuring out how it works in movies. They're like, well, how's it work in the movies? Is that how it's working now? Well, of course, until the second one, when they figure out. The second one turns into a sci-fi movie, which I think is fantastic, because the second one's not even a horror film.
No,
it's just a sci-fi movie.
We're got still doing a mashup. We're still doing a time loop mashup, but this time it's with a sci-fi movie instead of a horror movie.
What's the third one? I wonder what the genre was going to be for the third one.
The apparently it's called it's upcoming, according to IMDb. It's called Happy Death Day to Us. So I'm hoping rom-com is what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I would hope so too, but it's not gonna happen. Jason Blumhouse, is that who makes those movies?
Jason Blum.
He said, gotcha. He said that they've asked him about it. They haven't really talked about it in a while, but when there was kind of not really a demand, but like people are like, is there going to be another Happy Death Day? I think the last thing that he said was that he really wanted to do it, and everybody wanted to do it, and they had a script, but for them to just make it by themselves, it would be a very bad business decision just based on the numbers on the second one.
Sure.
Because the second one didn't do very well, and they would just be throwing money away, basically. And I get that. I mean, like I said, they all want to do it. Like, right. Jason Blum is like, it really sucks that we can't do it because I want to finish that story, but fuck, like, I can't just throw money in the trash, set it on fire, you know?
Well, and I mean, I think I think if Christopher Landon wanted to crowdfund it, he could probably get the funding to make it. And so, you get the kind of the fans as the producer kind of thing that we did with like the Veronica Mars movie or Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Right. All of like there are crowdfunded movies that, there's a model for that. I just don't know if that's the route Blum and Landon want to go with it. And I know at one point there was talk of a crossover between, which is why we're covering this, between Freaky and Happy Death Day, which I think would be fucking rad as hell. Like if Millie crosses paths with Tree, like I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both Christopher Landon films, and for all we know, they're set in the same world, the same universe. So like it would be. I'd love to see it. I love shared universe movies. So
there's nothing to suggest that they take place in the same universe. There's also nothing to disprove that either. So it's open at this point.
It's kind of one of those things where, like, but the thing is how the tones are so similar. Like if you told me these two things take place in the same universe, I'd 100% believe you. Like, well, there's both, no reason for me not to.
They both deal with magic or some sort of supernatural force. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's science in Happy Death Day, but it's pretty fucking magical science. It's like out there, high concept science. Exactly. Same as like using magic. And this was very child's play. I was surprised nobody had to call Dumbala and give me what I
grant me the power I beg of you.
Yes. Where's Dumbala? Let's bring Chucky into this. Fuck it. Why not? His show's over. Come on.
I would love that. I don't know. I don't know. I think Brad Dourif is pretty much retired now. Like, I think he's in the John Carpenter zone where he's pretty much just smoking weed and hanging out these days. So,
I mean, he did the Chucky show.
Yeah, right. But I think that was like the last thing.
What was great about that show, and I actually stopped watching at the beginning of the third season because I just didn't care anymore. The first two seasons were great. Then the third season just did not capture my attention, so I dropped out. But his daughter, what's her name?
Fiona.
Yes, Fiona.
She is a very attractive young lady.
She plays Charles Lee Ray in flashbacks in the Chucky TV series, and when I saw that first episode where she plays him, I did not know it was her. I did not know how they got somebody that looked so much like Brad Dourif in the first Child's Play movie. And then the credits are like, oh yeah, it's his daughter. And I'm like, no way, dude. Now, after you can tell.
Right.
But before I knew, I was like, who the fuck is that? Like, that's uncanny,
Yeah, so I looked it up on Wikipedia. On April 18th, 2024, Dourif announced that he would be retiring from acting with the exception of any Chucky-related projects involving the character. So that's the only...
because he can do the voice.
Exactly. He's the one who can do the voice. Like, all respect to Mark Hamill, Brad Dourif is
that was a different Chucky. I don't consider those two... I don't think that the Child's Play remake should have been called Child's Play. It was as much of a remake of the original Child's Play as Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead was of the original Dawn of the Dead. Like, it should not have... Like, it deals with similar things. Like, Dawn of the Dead, zombies, and they go to a mall.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Like, there's a killer toy. He does... Apparently, he also was on the HBO Max series The Pit. He had a cameo as the father of Fiona Dourif's character from that show. So
nice. She's kicking ass too, dude. She's doing shit. She's out there doing shit.
She is great. I legitimately think she is great. One of the hosts of one of the podcasts I listen to, the Blank Check podcast, he said he matched with her on a celebrity dating app and like blew his shot by talking about how much he loved the Chucky movies. Like, he just like nerd dumped on all the Chucky movies and like scared her off.
And she's
I find so hilarious.
That's like the first time I saw her was in Cult of Chucky, not the last Chucky movie, the movie before that.
The one when the
second
hospital?
to last. The one before the hospital. The last one was the hospital one. That was Curse. That's the one where he duplicates himself at the hospital. Okay. Before that's the one where they're at the house, and she's
she's so fucking good in that. Like, she's fucking amazing in that movie.
that was the first time that I saw her, and now just like if she's in something, I will watch it because she's in it, because she's got like an earnestness to how
Mm-hmm.
she plays characters. Like it's like not only do I believe it, but I feel like maybe she believes it. Like she's so, I don't know, she even like her whole physicality, with True Detective season 3 with Mahershala Ali and uh what's his nuts from Blade, Steven Dorff. They both are fit, but Mahershala Ali is the all-star in that one, because when they put that old man makeup on him, he just, his entire physicality changes, like a completely different version of that character. Everything is different, and I really like it when I can believe somebody that much, to where I came here to see a performance from this actor, but then I get so lost in their performance, I'm not even thinking about how it's that actor anymore.
Right. No, 100%. And again, I may have misheard you, and if I did, on me, but Curse of Chucky is the one in the house. Cult of Chucky is the one in the hospital.
Yes, you're correct.
I just looked that up. So I got confused. So
I was confused about the names, but I knew that the hospital one was the last one, and the house.
You said Cult, and I'm like, Cult's the one in the hospital, and you're like, no, the one in the house. And I'm like,
that's where we got our wires crossed.
Yeah. Okay. So I just stopping some comments later. Curse is the one in the house that rips and is probably the best Child's Play movie since Bride, honestly. Mm-hmm. And then Cult is the last one, which friend of the show Devon Taylor really stumps for, if I recall correctly. So
I like that one too. It's one of it's up there, probably in the top 5. I like all those movies though. I don't dislike 3, and I don't dislike Seed. Those are the ones most people don't like.
3. I would need to pull up my rankings, and I'm not going to do that right now. But I know I don't care for 3. I know 2 is my second favorite after Bride.
I think that Seed kind of took what Bride of Chucky did perfectly and maybe cranked it up a little too high. But although, I still really like it. It does
have John Waters in it, and I love it for that.
And I love the kid, too, because it's a reference to Ed Wood, dude. Glenn and Glenda.
Yes.
And I love them in the show because they become human in the show.
Oh, okay. So Billy Boyd does not come back to play Glenn and Glenda?
No, it's I don't know what their pronouns are, but they look very feminine. What is that person's name? I keep wanting to say that gal, but I don't think that's how they identify their well,
I mean, this movie, of course, makes a pretty funny point of the pronoun thing. We found our pronouns. I'm sorry, we found him. And then that starts confusing everybody when you get to the party scene. Like it's the pronoun thing is actually a very, and it's not like poking fun at it, but it's using the notion of pronouns in, I think, a very smart and pointed way. Mm-hmm. In a way that doesn't like punch down or be like, pronouns, am I right? Like these kids today and their pronoun, like it's actually like a very smart, well realized, well actualized joke that's not at anybody's expense, which is huge because so many of the jokes that tend to circle around that tend to be.
Indeed, the actor I'm thinking of is Lachlan Watson. And their pronouns are they, them.
Yes,
and
they're in the Scream Y2K. TV show, as I recall. And Y2K, yes, I do remember them in Y2K. I did see Y2K.
No, they're not in the Scream
What Are We Watching
TV show
in a while. Oh, who am I thinking of then?
I know who you're thinking of, the nerdy gal. I liked her a lot, too. I like that show. Though the third season, when they rebooted it with a different cast, even though I would admit
Lachlan Watson was in the the Sabrina show, the new one,
yes,
the Netflix one, with Kiernan Shipka. That's what I know from. Okay,
yes, mm-hmm. But also Y2K, they play the tomboy character. If you've seen Y2K.
I have. We haven't had a What Are We Watching in a while, but that's one of the 50 plus movies that I have on that list.
You know who I'm talking about, though, in the movie.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
The one who's the most excited when Fred Durst shows up.
I
For
know.
sure.
Tucker, would I tell you I have seen Y2K? I am telling you, I saw Y2K.
I need to watch it again.
Probably not as enamored of it as you were.
I wasn't, though. That's the thing. I recognized that it was good. It's just like, I don't know what I expected, but my only other experience with Kyle Mooney on the creative side of something outside of just acting or creating a character was Brigsby Bear and Saturday Morning All-Star Hits.
Right.
And Y2K
both of which we discussed last week.
Y2K is a creative side of Kyle Mooney that I've never seen before. Like, I'm not familiar with it. So, like, when I went in there, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting what I got. What I got was very, very good, but I need to watch it again with the correct expectations so that I can fully enjoy it. And I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm very excited to. It's on HBO Max. Like, I'm ready. Haven't.
That's where I saw it.
I haven't done it yet. I might do it tomorrow, maybe.
Okay.
Who knows?
Well, there we go.
Because I did like it, and like I kind of left the movie like, I don't know, but then at the same time I'm thinking about, oh, that scene was cool, and I really liked that about it, and I was conflicted. Like I said, I just didn't really know what to expect, and what I got definitely wasn't what I expected, even though it was really fucking good. No,
makes sense. I mean, yeah, it's kind of one of those, and I'm like, oh, Tucker likes this guy, I'll watch his movie, and I was like, it's fine, and I like Rachel Zegler quite a bit, so.
Oh, and you gotta watch the of them promoting it and any behind the scenes stuff. Like, I think everybody on that movie are just like BFF for life now. Probably. Because all the promo stuff, like, they're having way more fun than anybody ever does promoting a movie. You can tell that they have a lot of camaraderie. I love to see that. I truly do.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, should we talk about the rest of the cast of Freaky?
Yeah, let's do
some of the supporting characters.
Let's talk Cameron. Let's talk our special boy Cameron. When Cameron was in Egypt land, let my Cameron go. Alan Ruck in this movie. Rudy! So fucking good. Love Alan Ruck. And every time I see Alan Ruck, I'm like, oh, great. And then as soon as I see him in this movie, I'm like, oh, he's going to die.
Oh, and the facial hair just like sells that performance too. Like, I wouldn't have believed he was so much of a dick if he didn't have that little goatee thing going on. Like Van Dyke or whatever the fuck he had going on.
He's another one that's got a lot of range. Like, he was Cameron in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He's the inept captain of the Enterprise B in Star Trek Generations.
I was about to say that. Damn it, Steven.
Yeah. He's the creepy, like, he's the office creep in Spin City. Like, he's got like a really significant range to him. Spin City. And then he's like just the asshole teacher in this movie, and it's really fucking fun. Apparently, Young Guns 2, Speed, Twister. Oh, he's in Twister. He's the guy who delivers my favorite line in Twister, which is, I don't know this road. This is like Bob's Road. It's my favorite line in Twister. I love it.
My pal Sean Whalen was in that movie. So is Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Right.
Hey. Give it one of his I love it when they let Philip Seymour Hoffman be wacky. Like, in that movie,
that was one of his last wacky performances, because that's the one where he's
silly guy, and like, he's great at drama, and I really love. I know this is probably doesn't have the dramatic stakes that some of his other films do, but I really appreciate how scary of a villain he is in that Mission Impossible that he's in.
He is the best Mission Impossible villain, and I'm sorry.
Best, like, holy,
don't at me on that. He's the best. Like, that is not the best Mission Impossible movie.
No,
he is the best part of that movie.
I was gonna say, and that's a decent script,
right?
And he elevates it so much higher.
He's so good.
Terrifying. He's terrifying in that.
That's
film.
another. Those movies are other.
He's not like, but it's just like. Just the way that he implies things with his facial expressions and
the tiny little twists and turns in his voice. That's another body swap movie in a sense, because you get Ethan Hunt putting on the Philip Seymour Hoffman mask, and basically Hoffman having to play Tom Cruise as Philip Seymour Hoffman, and he does it so well.
He's a dude playing a guy playing another dude.
I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude. You're the dude that doesn't know what dude he is.
Oh, Al Pacino.
That's not Al Pacino.
I thought it was Al Pacino that because booty sweat and because he's gay and he doesn't know it.
Right, but that's not
or
that
he doesn't
character.
want to admit it. Okay, Al Pacino.
Al Pacino, yeah.
Bustin' nut bars.
Bustin' nut bars. Yeah, I was gonna say booty sweat is the energy drink, and the bustin' nut bars are the candy bar.
I really love the trailers at the beginning of that movie. Like that movie's really good, but you could just give me the trailers and I'd be fine. With Robert Downey Jr. and fucking Tobey Maguire.
Kirk Lazarus, and MTV Movie Award Best Kiss winner, Tobey Maguire. It's that is, and I feel almost embarrassed to say it because I there are elements of that movie that are awful and do not hold up at all. But I really love Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder? No, I think it holds up completely. All of its satire checks. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm not a person of color, so I don't know. Queer adjacent, but still, I don't know.
Fair. I mean the whole conversation about the developmentally disabled actors playing developmentally disabled people to win Oscars. That one I think crossed a pretty significant line, but yeah.
No, I think that it did, but I think that it made a really good point, and I think I look. As someone who has a very close relationship with someone who is developmentally disabled, I will tell you this. There are a lot of things that bother me with representation as far as developmentally disabled people go, but Tropic Thunder is not one of them because they're calling Hollywood out and they're doing it in a really funny way. Because fuck I Am Sam. They are directly calling out I Am Sam and things like Jack. Which Francis Ford Coppola, I love you, but don't do that. Don't ever do that.
I have not gotten to Jack yet in my Coppola-thon watch through.
No,
I've kind of slowed to a crawl because I'm in the 80s now and I'm getting into the 90s, and I know once I get into the 90s, I'm going to have to contend with Jack.
You can skip it. You can read the synopsis on IMDb, and then I can tell you just that it sucks.
If I'm going to watch the man's filmography, I'm going to watch the man's filmography and all.
The worst part about it is when you watch the movie, you can tell that there was never anything but wholesome intentions, but it just does not work in the way that he wants to, and it's very embarrassing.
The second male lead is Bill Cosby. So, I mean, Gope.
Just see Theo.
Nope.
R.I.P.
Stop. Oh God! Malcolm Jamal Warner died. That was so fucking sad.
Yeah, that's so sad. That makes
the wrong star of the Cosby Show.
The worst part about it is he wasn't even old. Like, you know, like when Ozzy Osbourne died, like R.I.P. But motherfucker was old. Like he did his last show from a chair. Like we're ready for it. I've been ready for it for years. Right. You know. But Malcolm Jamal Warner, dude, he was like in his 50s.
He drowned on vacation with his family.
He was just chilling with his family, dude. Just having a nice day with his family. And all of a sudden, dead. 86.
Sucks.
Done.
Sucks. All right, seriously, that of that stretch, that's the one that hit me probably the hardest. The one that hit me the least hard, of course, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in piss. Another thing I love Alan Ruck in, and I can't believe I forgot it. Succession. You haven't watched Succession yet, have you, Tucker?
No, I don't give a fuck about no Succession.
Oh, it's so good, and he's so good in it. He plays basically like the kind of the eldest forgotten son of like a very powerful media magnate, and it's like his role, it just as ineffectual as he is just so fun. Like he's so good at it. A phenomenal actor in this movie. He's so good. He really gets to like flex in this movie in the same way that like Vince Vaughn does. Like he really gets to kind of show why we love Alan Ruck and how, you know, if called upon to do so, he can play just a fucking asshole.
Yeah. I agree. Did you mention Speed? That he was one of the passengers in Speed? Did you mention that already?
I threw Speed out.
You throwed it. You throwed it out there.
Oh God, the Indiana's coming out, Tucker.
Oh, you're telling me, dude. I can't. The other day, I was at my parents' house. I was in my dad's workshop, and I think I involuntarily said, "I tell you what," about 30 times. Like, unironically. And I'm just like, I would be outside of myself listening to myself say it. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm descendant from hill people, though. So
I know.
Like, it's in my blood. Like, as much as I try to hide it and as much as I try to talk all fancy, like, my blood ain't too fancy. You know, we out here washing our oil so we don't start a fire. You don't want to boil it.
Tucker, my last name is Foxworthy. I understand.
Yeah, it is.
I get it. Trust.
You might be a Foxworthy.
I am. In fact, I am a Foxworthy. Oh boy. Yeah. So do with that what you will.
Rednecks in disguise.
We're not really even in disguise. We're just kind of wearing it out there on our sleeves for the most part.
We're just trying really hard not to be. Hey, we're like Elton John, dude. Yeah. We're trying to, get past our redneck ways.
And I would also say,
Honky Cat,
like Ben Folds, our redneck past are nipping at our heels.
Well, and he's talking about his own past, but he calls it that because he's referencing Elton John.
Sure.
Yeah. Two piano men, if you will.
As it were.
As it may be. As it shall always be.
To each as it shall always unto you. So as it is such, also as it is such unto you. Is that the name of the show from the 4th season of Arrested Development?
Fuck, I don't know. That's insane.
It's one of my favorite jokes in that 4th season, which I do stump for. I like that 4th season. The 5th season is where it loses me completely. But that 4th season is really fun. And Alan Tudyk is a pastor who hosts a television show called, I believe it's So As It Is Such, So Also As Such Is It Unto You. Yes. It's great.
Fantastic.
But yeah, no, I love that this, and again, we've kind of, it feels like we don't like this movie to the extent that we're like talking around it, but it's one of those things. It's hard to talk about a movie that's this good, that we enjoy this much.
We're not talking around it, Steven. It's every time we start to talk about this film, we like some aspect of it or a cast member so much that we kind of go on a tangent on that idea or on that cast member or on the person who directed it. It's kind of what we do. That's the fun thing about our podcast. It's very unique, where we just kind of goof around,
Right. Yeah. Two friends hanging out and talking to each other and just, having a conversation. That's very unlike any podcast ever, for sure.
Yeah, dude.
No, I cannot say enough good about the 2 lead performances in this movie. I feel like they are doing a lot of heavy lifting carrying this. I also love the actresses that play the friends, Celeste O'Connor and Misha Osherovich. I think are really, really fun. Celeste O'Connor, really, honestly,
wow, did they transition? Wow.
Yeah. Misha Osherovich. Yeah. They, she pronouns.
Yeah, she's great. That's fantastic.
She plays Josh Wright. Yeah, she does look fantastic.
Wow. Yeah.
Right.
And you know what? It's so wild because, like, she plays a gay man in Freaky, and I believed that, but now I'm seeing these photos where, like, that just looks like a woman to me. You know what I mean? In like the best possible way. I don't mean that a bad way at all. I'm not transphobic, I promise. At least not outwardly. No, what I mean is, like, everybody has xenophobic thoughts. Like, sometimes it's just like the trigger thought, especially people like you and I who were raised in certain areas by certain people who sometimes had some bad opinions, and no matter how much you tell yourself, no, that's wrong, right, you still kind of have those thoughts sometimes. I do not abide by them. I do not give them the time of day, but I do have them. I have bigoted thoughts. I think everybody does. It's just I think it matters what you do with them, and I tell mine to fuck off.
I reject mine outright if they do come a knock in. But no, I mean, and I think she's amazing in this film. They're doing a really good job of my favorite line of theirs is probably the mom. I have something I need to tell you. I'm straight. It's such a great line.
It's a silly subversion of expectations, but it gets by because it plays so well.
It does.
It plays really, really well. You don't expect it, and then you're like, "Oh fuck, really?" But then you're like, "Yeah, but that is kind of hilarious at the same time."
Like, because again, they're like, "Oh, we're role playing," and she's like, the mom's like, "Isn't role playing a sex game?" And then like the butcher, as Millie is like, just very nonchalantly, "Yep," in the chair, bound and gagged, like,
yes.
And again, it's the way that the movie like handles those situations, I think, is very deftly done. Like, again, in the pronoun conversations and things like that, they're telling jokes, but again, they're not at anybody's expense, which I really appreciate. And then, of course, the whole thing culminating in the showdown at the carnival out at the old mill.
Yes,
where they're they finally are able to get the dagger and recreate the thing that started it all.
Called Damballa,
Shambhala, give me the power, I beg of you.
Did you say Shambhala? That's a $3 Shambhala, Steven. No, it's Damballa.
Is it Damballa? Okay.
Yes, Shambhala is the how did you like the halls of Shambhala? Do 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 do. Yeah, Three Dog Night.
Okay. I mean, I know who Three Dog Night is.
You don't know Shambhala? Fuck, Steven.
No, boy, I know that Jeremiah was a bullfrog, and as I recall, he was a good friend of mine.
It's also just an old-fashioned love song playing on the radio. No big deal. Also, you're a doodle-doo-doo liar, doodle-doo-doo liar, liar. Extensive knowledge of Three Dog Night, liar. Do-do-do-do-do.
Ade do a Damballa. You are correct.
I told you it was Damballa. Boy, don't fuck with me. I know my shit.
I wanted the full phrase. Ade do a Damballa. Give me the power, I beg of you.
Does your light shatter the halls of Shambhala?
Anyway, get the really the great scene in every slasher movie where the slasher is apparently dead, and then you get the final showdown with that character before it finally dispatched, like the scene. And it's the three, it's the mother and the two daughters, that kind of girl power moment where they are able to overcome and, bring down this vicious killer is just really great and really fun to see for the first time. These three characters who have been kind of at odds with each other in various ways, like really coming together as a team and rediscovering who they are as a family, which I think is kind of the heart and soul of the movie, which I loved. It was really, really nice.
I agree. Something I really liked about this movie is I enjoyed the violence. As I've gotten older, my opinions on violence change the older I get. And I don't really know. I have some guesses as to why, but I don't really know why. But this movie, the violence is so fun and so silly and so comic booky, and that's how I like my violence. Like the more realistic and fucked up the violence is, the more I'm like, I'm just not really interested. Give me some silly slasher violence. And I loved like the tennis racket, brilliant.
Oh my god, so fun,
fantastic. The toilet seat, kind of brutal, but very silly.
Brutal. Like, the picking the girl up and like shoving her onto the spike on the wall, and so she's just like dangling.
That was
there.
very, and of course he did the Halloween.
The cock to the side. Some really creative kills, which I appreciate a creative kill. Like I just was on the Diary of the Dead episode of Pod and the Pendulum not too long ago.
There's some fun ones in that one.
That probably the best kills of the franchise in that movie.
Which Greg Nicotero and Tom Savini. Well, that's because you've got like two generations of people who made these movies together on one film, just going nuts. Diary of the Dead is good because of the effects, because of the kills.
It's good.
And
the only thing good about it are the kills. I don't think it's a good
and the
movie
rest of it's
at all.
I like it because it's silly. It doesn't take itself too seriously all of the time. When it does, I just kind of roll my eyes. But I think it's fun. You really have to suspend your disbelief on a lot of it. There's a lot of plot holes in that
too
movie,
much, I think.
But
anyway,
see,
if you
unlike
want to hear
Survival,
my thoughts on Diary, go listen to that episode of Pod and the Pendulum. It's probably, if it's not out by now, it will be out very soon. Oh, and Survival is dog shit. Survival bad.
Oh,
I was on that.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my fucking life.
And that's the last Romero movie we got, which is the bummer on it. It's
look, Steven, we got Night Riders, we got Monkey Shines.
No, it is the final movie Romero made.
I understand that, but it doesn't matter. He could have made he did make dog shit for his last movie. It doesn't matter. So much good before that we'll always have, dude. Like I said, Night Riders. If you haven't seen Night Riders with Ed Harris about the Renaissance Fair motorcycle joust people, which doesn't that sound wild? It pretty wild.
Insane. Yeah.
And fucking Ken Foree from Dawn of the Dead is in that. Peter from Dawn of the Dead is also in Night Riders. Okay. I said you got shit like Monkey Shines, you got Creep Show, you got the motherfucking Crazies, dude.
Martin is pretty fun.
Martin is good after you see it once. I hated that movie the first time I saw it up until the last 30 seconds, and then it was my favorite movie ever for a while.
The end of
Martin it's one of those where you're like, what the fuck? And then, but you have to watch it again because none of it makes any sense or really you give a shit about until you've seen the ending.
Right. The ending really does. It's one of those endings that puts the rest of the movie into perspective.
Into context. The context that I don't think very many people were getting that context until the ending. Right. It's good. Jada Emplis is fantastic in that. Like, I wish that he had a few more lead roles. Because he is in Day of the Dead. He's the scientist with the mustache.
Oh, okay.
The one that Rhodes shoots in the head there when he's trying to get... what's his nuts to take them all in the helicopter? He said, I won't do it. I won't fly. Yeah, I love that guy. John. His name is John. Yes.
But
and we don't believe in what you're doing here, Sierra. Sorry, that's it. No more. Go ahead, please.
Please stop. Please stop.
Again, it's so good. I love it.
Please stop. For all of our sakes, please stop.
Whoever gonna give a shit?
I said stop. You said you were done, Tucker, and I believed you. Damn me, I believed you.
That's my white flag. I'm holding up the white flag and waving it.
I believe. Sure, I believe you. But no, Freaky is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the film. I think you get a lot of the woodshop kill of Alan Ruck on the rotating saw. Ridiculous, but perfect.
Yeah.
And I love when Catherine Newton as the butcher is like rebuffing all the guys that are like trying to hit on her. Like, your touch makes his pussy drier than sandpaper. I can't wait to kill you. Like, I'm just like, holy shit.
Oh,
like,
man.
Yes, girl, go.
Yes, indeed.
Like, just all that shit just cracks me up. The interplay, like, and again, there's a lot of queer subtext in here, like when Booker and the Millie in the butcher are like talking about
that's so sweet when they almost kiss and she's like, no, maybe we'll do that later. That's a little weird, but just the fact that he would have done it anyway,
right?
That's so sweet. That's like the sweetest thing. He totally would have made out with Vince Vaughn.
He would have. Would Vince Vaughn have made out with him? I don't know.
Whiskers and all. Can you imagine that? Like, you're trying to get with this hottie, right? And you really, really like her. But at the moment, she's in the body of an older man. But you like her so much that you're like, fuck it. I'm going to make out with this old dude. Fuck it. I love this bitch. I'm going to make out with this old dude.
I love you so much. I'm going to make out with this old dude.
That's the sweetest thing in the world.
No, it's good. This movie is good. I love what it's doing. I'm having a lot of fun with it along the way. Yeah, it's great. I also love when like she's like commiserating with the butcher, her as the butcher in the dressing room, like commiserating with her mom, and her mom asking her out on a date, and her going, "Ooh, no, God, no," and then having to like backpedal real quick to be
that
like,
was sweet too.
Like maybe like a dinner.
Yeah, I thought that was sweet because
the only way she could think to get out of it.
It was a funny scene, but also I thought it was a really sweet scene because like she got to talk to her mom in a way that you don't normally get to talk to your parents because your parents don't ask you those kinds of questions.
She got to see her mom as a human being, I think, for the first time.
It was just a really sweet moment. There's so much going on in this movie, Steven. It's so fucking good.
It's good. It's a good movie. Look, I really like it.
Audience, if you have not seen this movie, please go watch it right now. And then watch Lisa Frankenstein. Then watch My Boyfriend's Back. And then watch Parents. I can go
and then watch Serial Mom.
There you go. Yes, please. All of these things. And then watch Cecil B. Demented.
Is this a perfect movie? I will not say it's perfect, but it's fun. It's one that I enjoy, and it's one that I will watch again. So yeah, I do enjoy Freaky. I think it is a lot of fun. And I think again, like I like it. I'll watch it again.
I think it's 100%. I think it is a good script that is phenomenally executed by everyone involved.
Yeah.
Like the script is good. It's good. It's not like it's not something that's going to blow you away, but I think the fact that everybody put so much effort and love into it just elevated it so much. It's such a watchable movie, such a digestible movie. But like you don't normally say that's a digestible movie to something that's so high concept. That's to this movie's credit. Like that's a wild thing to fucking pull off, you know?
Yeah. And that you are able to have someone like, you know, that Vince Vaughn is so capable of playing a 17-year-old girl, that Catherine Newton is so capable of playing a 50-year-old serial killer. You know, these things are really, really phenomenal in just the way that they are able to get them pulled off. So, yeah,
I agree.
It's fun. Freaky is a fun movie. And we highly recommend it. Again, it's on Freevee with Amazon Prime. Not that many ads. Or you could rent this motherfucker, or it's available on Amazon on 4K and Blu-ray.
Oh, there is a 4K of it? Is it? Well, all 4Ks are region free. I was going to ask if it was
$25 on Amazon right now.
Put that on my wish list, Steven.
Okay. Freaky opens during the deepest, darkest depths of COVID on November 13th, 2020.
I saw that when it dropped too. Like the day it dropped, I rented or bought or rented it or something. I had to have rented it because I'd seen the trailer and I was very psyched.
Yeah, it had a limited theatrical run. It did open in theaters in almost 2,500 screens across the country. At number one at the box office, it grossed $3.6 million across its 4-day opening weekend. Nice. It would go on to earn about $9 million domestic, another $9 million international, for a grand total of $18 million worldwide. That's off of a budget of $6 million, with another, I think, $8 million put into marketing. So it worldwide grows, recoups its budget and its marketing costs. It does a little bit over, but this is by no means a success. But then, what films released in 2020 were considered successes? Honestly,
I mean, it's November of 2020. Not only are you in the height of the pandemic, where we're finally everything is completely shut down. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do on the holidays. We don't have time to fucking figure out how to watch a movie during the pandemic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Every movie except for Bad Boys 3.
Which was technically released before the pandemic. Sonic the Hedgehog and Bad Boys 3 were the last two big movies before the pandemic.
Steven, I didn't even see that at the theater, but I bought it day one digital.
I believe it.
Just so you know. Because it was such a good deal. It was like a 3-pack. It was all 3 films for like $35. Basically, you were paying a premium for the new movie, and you were getting the other 2 for a steal.
Right. Yeah. Because it'd be like what, $20 to like buy or rent something like that, and so you're basically getting the other two movies for like $5 a pop, which is not bad.
Yep, not at all.
So yeah,
Anyway,
I mean, so again, not a huge success, but again, what was in second place, Let Him Go, which looking at that one, that's
some kind of
Kevin
drama,
Costner, Diane Lane
drama,
movie, I think.
drama.
Yeah, Diane Lane and Kevin Costner, Leslie Manville in there as well.
Cool.
I've made my thoughts on Kevin Costner pretty well known on this
Neat.
podcast. In third place, The War with Grandpa.
Hey, was that Robert De Niro movie where he's a grumpy grandpa?
Was. Yep, Robert De Niro plays the grumpy grandpa. In fourth place, something called Come Play.
I have no idea.
That makes two of us. That looks like it is some kind of horror film with Gillian Jacobs and no one else I know. And then in fifth place, Honest Thief.
Okay.
And
where was that in 2020? Like, I don't know any of these fucking movies.
You were locked the fuck down. That's a Liam Neeson action film.
Dude, we played so much music. Like, probably 4 or 5 hours a day, we would just be playing. Oh, man.
I was still working. I was deployed to work from home during the pandemic. So
I was getting pandemic unemployment from 2 different states, Steven.
Nice.
I made more money that year than I've ever made in a year in my life.
Nice.
Well, I'm sorry, in 2020 and 2021, I made significantly more than I ever have in my entire life. And this is all above the line because it was the Arizona unemployment that told me that I should call New York. Like, as I ended the phone call with them, they were like, hey, have you worked anywhere else in the last 2 years? And I was like, yeah, I just moved here from Buffalo. I worked at UPS like last year. And they were like, call New York. You get it from there too. And I was like legally though, right? I'm not going to have to pay this shit back, right? They're like, yeah, just call them. And so I did. And so I bought a car that year, like an adult car.
What?
Not even a beat. I was almost 40 years old and I had never had an adult car. I'd always had beaters. I loved all my beaters, especially my S10s.
I always buy used cars. I will not buy a new car. I see no point.
Well, my car was not new, but to me, it was an adult car. It was, at the time, 9 years old, and it had working air conditioning and cruise control. That's an adult car. Okay? Yeah. And I never thought I, of all people, would own a Subaru, Steven, but here I am. How fancy is that?
Right.
It's fucking fancy. That's all-wheel drive, Steven. All-wheel drive all the time. Okay?
Love to see it.
Yeah, dude. I got 2 mufflers, half the exhaust.
In sixth place, you have Tenet, holding strong from its September opening weekend.
That's that Chris Nolan movie that I still haven't seen, right?
Fucking good. I own it. It's the first movie I ever bought on 4K Steelbook.
Borrow it to me. No, I'll stream it. It's probably streaming somewhere.
It's on HBO Max, it's probably on HBO Max. It's the last movie he ever did with Warner Brothers, and he severed ties with them because their Date and Day on HBO Max shit that they did in 2021.
I'm gonna get to
it. In seventh place, you got a re-release of Guardians of the Galaxy, apparently. Cool. In eighth place, True to the Game 2, Gina's Story. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's one of those Christian-y movies.
Oh.
One of those like faithful movies where you're like, oh, it's made by a Christian studio to win people to Jesus.
Trust and obey, Stephen, for there's no other way, homie.
If you say so. In ninth place, you've got a re-release of Toy Story. And then in 10th place, Saban Films, it's a new release, Fat Man. The Mel Gibson play as action movie as Mel Gibson plays Santa Claus. Fat Man is
fucking what?
Is in 10th place. You not know about Fat Man?
No.
You don't know about Fat Man?
I know about Fat Man, the cartoon character from the Weird Al show.
No, this is
I know
Mel Gibson
Fat
movie.
Man on Batman, which is a podcast Kevin Smith does.
No, this is a rowdy, unorthodox Santa Claus is fighting to save his declining business.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Billy, a neglected and precocious 12-year-old, hires a hitman to kill Santa after receiving a lump of coal in his stocking.
I have to see this. What the fuck? That looks really rad. Steven, are you going to watch this with me? Not like physically with me, but like, are we going to watch this?
I don't know, man.
This could There's
It's
no
got
in
Walton
between on this.
Goggins in
It goes one of two ways, and there's no in between. We are either gonna love this or hate it, and
Walton Goggins apparently plays the hired hitman that is hired to take down Santa Claus.
5.92. That's my sweet spot. Usually, when most people like it, or most people don't like it, but a few people do, that's normally where I find my happy place.
So there
Not
we go.
on purpose. It just happens that way, you know.
I understood. But yeah, there you go.
That's it.
So
What'd you say the budget was? Like $5 million on this?
$6 million.
That's still, I mean, you make
plus another
anything.
8 for marketing. Like the marketing budget exceeded the budget of the film itself.
They did better than break even, but not by much. I know
exactly.
I get why there's not a sequel, but it's not like they lost money on it, you know. So
and again,
we can take comfort in that.
You choose to release a movie like this during the pandemic, like, and you.
Well, I mean, choose. I don't know. Choose. It's just like it was done. Like, what do you do with it? Like, you just wait.
I mean,
what are you gonna do?
a lot of people held that shit. Yeah, a lot of people sat on it until the next year.
I don't know. This feels like this would be like. I'm glad it made money at theaters, but at the time, logistically, I think if you had hyped this up on whatever streamer it was going to premiere on and made this a big streaming premiere,
so it would be on Peacock.
Make it a big premiere, get some more subscriptions for it. I think that would have been the best use for it, because at the time, like, honestly, I didn't have Peacock then because I had over-the-air TV, so I could just watch Saturday Night Live from the antenna. Correct. But since I use a 4K monitor now instead of a television, I don't have a antenna input, so I have to watch my shit on Peacock. So I didn't have Peacock then, but if this premiered on if Freaky had premiered on Peacock, I would have gotten at least a free trial subscription just to watch it.
I believe that.
Just based on what I had read and the trailers I had seen, I was hyped when I saw this movie. I did not go see it, because I have a medically compromised person that I lived with. So
correct.
Pretty soon after we got on lockdown, I did not see daylight for several years.
I was a medically compromised person at that point. So yeah, I wasn't really doing what I could to go out either. Like, the one movie I did see in theaters during that time was when a friend of the podcast, JP Leck, invited a bunch of people out to go see he rented out a theater so we could watch The Thing. And it was myself. I went by myself because my now ex-wife did not want to go with me. It was Brett and his spouse at the time. It was our friend of the podcast, Sam Dumas, and his wife. And then I'm going to see him tomorrow. Actually, you will too, because you're going to be there. But we're recording a Wells U episode with him tomorrow.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
I know Sammy was on that episode. Yeah, yes. I got that link, and I thought that was the link to this, and I was like, why are you sending me 2 links? And I was like, oh, wait, that's from Wells U. That's for tomorrow.
Yep.
Durr.
Yep.
Straight up durr.
But yeah, that episode will drop in like October or something. I think it's like late September, but yeah.
Dude, yeah. Fuck yeah.
It's when is it coming out?
I think in 3 weeks.
No,
9th, 4 weeks.
September 9th, early September.
Yeah.
In a month. It'll come out in a month from when we're recording this.
I don't have to edit tomorrow because I edited that episode 2 weeks ago because I thought it was episode 6.
That's right.
Hey, and if there is any crossover audience, like, I have to imagine that, like, since you're like, this is sort of your main podcast, that some of the people that are listening to Wells U, which there are dozens, literally dozens, Steven.
Of us.
Which for an episode, for a podcast that only has like 6 or 7 episodes, like, that's not bad. That's not bad. Like, you're finding your audience and shit. Right. And I have to imagine that some of those people are from Disenfranchised.
I hope so. Yeah.
I will say to them, listen to episode 8, because there is so many tasks and quests and things that I am asked to do live while they're recording, things that I happily do, that I think it's probably some of my proudest work as an editor.
Do you have that episode scheduled? Because it is scheduled to drop tomorrow.
Sure. Yeah, I've got it scheduled. Remind me after this episode to schedule it.
I will remind you, don't worry.
Okay, thank you, Steven.
That episode will be up. Episode 8, Marching Song, will be up as of the release of this episode. It will have released 2 days ago. So
good thing I already edited it.
Good thing Tucker already edited it.
What an editing job it is, too.
I listened to it, and I was like, this is really good. Wait, this is not supposed to come out yet.
And coming off the heels...
if you heard that episode 2 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago, no, you didn't.
Go back and listen to it again, because I had to replace it with what was actually supposed to be there. And it references the Man of Steel episode where I so skillfully, like a fucking surgeon, Steven, inserted Battle Hymn of the Republic into my Tuck Mugs ranch. Like a surgeon. Like
cut for the very first time.
Precise, dude! It ebbs and flows with the song, with my little speech there, and
and we do a whole spiel on Battle Hymn of the Republic at the end of that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the Battle Hymn of the Republic, the tomatometer score for Freaky is 84%, certified fresh on the Rotten Tomatoes.
Fair.
The meta score is a 67 based on 39 generally favorable reviews from critics. And Tucker, out of 5 stars, how many do you think it gets on Letterboxd?
Oh, fuck a duck. I'm going to say this has got to stay in the 3s. I'm going to say between 3.2 and 3.2. Fuck no. 3.4 and 3.8. 3.9. Do I do 5 or 4 spread?
You do 5. You do a 5 spread.
Okay. Well, then 4 through 9 then. 3.4 through 3.9.
It's a 3.
It's higher, isn't it?
1.
Fucking what? Fuck. That's why I'm always like, you know what, Steven? That's why you always hear me being like, fuck Letterboxd. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I understand.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Tell me what.
I just did.
Wait, did you?
Yeah.
So out of 5 stars, Tucker, how many are you giving to Freaky?
Well, that's going to be a 4.5 for me.
Okay.
Because like I say, the script is only good.
Sure.
And the execution just elevates it. So in every way, everybody who worked on this film elevated it. I'm talking about crew too. Like, those effects look fantastic. The cinematography does exactly what it needs to do for this movie. The score is great. Like, it all comes together. This is one of those rare instances where it just feels like everybody's on the same wavelength that's making this movie. So that's a 4.5.
I don't like it quite as much as you do. It's a 3.5 from me, but I'd still really enjoy it. Like, that's still that's a really solid film.
That's still good.
Just shy of greatness for me, but I do really. It's got a soft spot for me. I've got a soft spot for it.
Steven, let me tell you, if you rate Freaky a 3.5, you might be a Foxworthy. Crowd noises.
Tucker,
yeah, he said the thing.
Here's your sign.
Thank you. Oh, we come from
what are we missing? What are we missing? Get Her Done. That's what we're missing.
Yeah, that's the one.
Right.
Yeah.
Get Her fucking
Don't remind me.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyway, that is our episode on 2020's Freaky. Join us next week for a movie Tucker has been just anticipating.
Is it? God,
yeah, it is. Nope, it's the only one this month that you were desperate to cut.
Look,
and I refuse to cut it because
No, that's fair. If it brings you that much joy, Steven, I've
never
go
seen
through
it, but I just want to fucking
okay.
cover it. I just want to cover
all right.
it. So
okay.
They can't all be winners, Tucker.
It was the first trauma film I ever saw, so
that's right.
I'm not giving it away because we're covering a trauma film. That's all I'm saying.
Right, because The Toxic Avenger is coming out in theaters next week. Is why we're covering a trauma film.
And though I didn't like it, it got me interested in Trauma as a company, and I did like some Trauma shit for quite a while. But I gotta say, Steven, the older I get, I just think I'm too old for that now. Like, I liked that when I was in my 20s, maybe my 30s a bit, but sometimes you outgrow shit, and I still respect it, and I will watch it for you. And I truly do hope that it brings you joy.
That's kind of how I feel about Kevin Smith. Like,
it's
I feel like
a silly
I've grown
boy
a lot
movie.
of his stuff. But here's the thing. I've seen one other trauma film up to this point in my life, and it is the movie Chillers. And I will say,
oh God,
Chillers is a terrible movie. But I had so much fun.
I was going to say,
watching
it's fun.
Chillers.
It's so fun.
It's so and like that is a 1 star. I rated that 1 star on Letterboxd, but I gave it a heart. It's a 1 star movie that I love. And I feel like that, according to Brett, that is what makes you a horror fan, is when you know a movie's bad, but you still stump for it anyway. And that's me with Chillers.
I will make a prediction here and say that I think, as a first time watcher of next week's movie, I think that you will get a kick out of it.
I hope so. I'm excited for it.
I hope so too.
I'm excited. Anyway, that is our episode.
Steven. It's all for you, Steven.
Future episode of this podcast, the Omen remake.
I'm straight up Julia Stiles in this motherfucker right now.
Another one we're covering later this year on Pod and Pendulum. We're covering the Omen films.
Oh, that's exciting. That one with Sam Neill. Boy, I tell you what. Damn it, I did it again. Fuck.
Should we try to wrangle another disenfranchised Pod and Pendulum crossover for the 2006 Omen?
Let's
remake?
Do a crossover, because if you guys are doing the whole series, let's do the remake. Because I've seen maybe 30 minutes of the remake. Okay. And I remember being like, wow, this is like kind of shot for shot the original, but also it's kind of different. I was really intrigued by it. I don't remember why I didn't finish it though. I think something came up and I just forgot about it.
I did all the Omens, but the Omen 4, the made-for-TV movie, during the pandemic. Like that was like the thing I did.
The third one's the one with Sam Neill, right? Where he's running for president or whatever. Yeah,
yes.
I really like Sam Neill, and that movie fucking sucks, but he's so good in it.
He's so good in it. Yes, and I have a feeling. That was my pick for this year. Like every one of the panel gets a pick a franchise. Omen was my pick. So I'll see if I can't finagle a crossover for that episode.
Get me a guest spot there.
We've done it once before with the Child's Play episode, which Mike didn't give us the audio, so it didn't release on this feed. But it was technically our first crossover. Agreed. And we've done a couple High on Cartoons crossovers. And we'll do another one of those. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then we're gonna later this month we're gonna do a crossover with a podcast that is no longer existent. The Cast of Cthulhu. I need to get in touch with those guys.
Oh boy, that's exciting,
right?
But there.
And you're gonna be there,
just right there with podcast royalty, shooting the shit.
Find us on Bluesky, Letterboxd, and YouTube at disenfranchpod. Shoot us an email, disenfranchpod@gmail.com. Let us know how we're doing or what movies you would like to see us cover. Give us a rating and review, 5 stars, please and thank you, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. It goes a long way to helping us find listeners just like you, and we think you're pretty rad. So people like you must also be pretty rad too. And then also join the official conversation of the Disenfranchised Podcast over on patreon.com/disenfranchpod. For $0 a month, you can get all of the episodes you would get on our main feed. But also there's a comment section that you can join and just talk to us directly. Join the conversation. Tucker and I do respond there. So you get to talk directly to the podcasters. Or for $5 a month, you get that was just a voice that I decided to do.
I liked it, but I couldn't place it. I like that. That's a new character, Steven.
I don't know. I hope not.
Steven's in a play again, you guys.
I am.
When are you gonna say something about that? Come on, man.
Maybe when I get to play. Maybe when I get to plug my own shit. I'm working on
this boy been rehearsing anyway. Sorry.
$5 a month, you get access to a back catalog of Patreon content, including episodes of Disenfranchised, where we count down top 5 lists, Unenfranchised, where we talk about movies that killed off your favorite franchises, Disenfranchised at the Movies, where we do reviews of films that have been in theaters, and or sometimes we'll do commentary. We did a couple movie commentaries. We've done some trailer commentaries.
And just some general reviews as well.
Yeah, general reviews of films. Most recently, Tucker and friend of the show, Evan Wilson, talking about
we talked about The Apprentice.
The Apprentice with Jeremy
You
Strong
and I
and Sebastian
talked about
Stan.
Weird, the Al Yankovic story as well.
We did, yeah. That was before you joined the podcast as a co-host, yeah.
And if you ever want to experience one of the lowest points of my life, go ahead and check that out.
I was gonna say you were in a dark place in that episode, man.
I'll tell you what, that movie coming out at that time probably saved some of my mental health.
I was gonna say that movie was the salve you needed at that moment for sure.
For sure.
And we had a great time discussing it despite the darkness. And honestly, I wasn't in a great place during that episode either.
Oh yeah, you were going through the thing you were going through. Remember, that's the thing you were going through then.
Yep, and I was yep, I sure do. A few months away from my my first big medical scare too. So
also that was on the horizon. You didn't know it.
So didn't know it.
But it was
which is why I'm so happy in that episode.
Hey.
You and I were both going through some shit during that episode. So I think a little more than I was at that moment, but we were both going through it for sure. But yeah, that's a great episode. So again, for $5 a month, you get access to all of that and so much more. Yeah, that's all the podcast stuff. Myself, Stephen Foxworthy. You can find me on Bluesky and Letterboxd at Chewy Walrus. Listen to the aforementioned Wells University podcast. Again, we would have at this point just released our episode on the first of the Orson Welles projects that we were discussing. His 1932 play, unproduced at the time, Marching Song, about the life of John Brown. Or I guess not the life, but like the last push of John Brown, the rebellion of John Brown, the revolutionary John Brown.
The main event,
And we're getting ready to record an episode that'll come out early September on his first short film with a friend of the podcast, past and future guest, Samu Dumas.
Sammy!
Love that guy. So yeah, check that out. Wells University, wherever you get your podcasts, ratings and reviews on that one would really also help. I don't think we have any at this point. So please and thank you. If you do like what you hear on that show, please and thank you.
We're about 30
friend
regular
of the show,
listeners on that one. So
friend of the show, Hope Stough, who you've heard on this podcast many times.
Yeah.
She and I are on that show.
The best radio voice. The best radio voice.
She's
like,
really good.
Hope does so many podcasts, and I don't give a fuck if anybody listens to them, because I will listen to them because I just love. It doesn't matter what she's talking about. She has such a unique voice. And I don't mean like, oh, she's such a unique voice coming from a unique background. I mean like literally her voice is unique. Like the sound of her voice. Like I'm very into. Yeah. Like. Why is she not in radio? Has she never done radio? Like what the fuck? Like
she's obsessed with radio. That's the reason. Like the reason she wanted to do a Wells podcast is because she wanted to talk War of the Worlds ad infinitum. So like when we get to The Shadow, like we're gonna do when we get to the Alec Baldwin film The Shadow, we're gonna that's gonna be another disenfranchised crossover. We're going to do a Wells U episode and a disenfranchised episode on the Alec Baldwin film The Shadow.
Oh fuck yeah, finally.
I'll be pulling double duty on that one, but yeah.
Duty. Like
I said duty. I'm in a play. So if you're in the Chicagoland area in late September, early October, I'm in one of my favorite plays actually. I love this show. It's called Inherit the Wind. It's basically a dramatic retelling of the Scopes Monkey trial. And I play the town pastor. I play the Reverend Jeremiah Brown, who the director of the play has called the only irredeemable character. So I get to play like a villain role, and I'm really kind of excited about it.
I gotta tell you, Steven, I've never even heard of this play, which is great because going into anything blind is the first step to really enjoying something.
It's been made into multiple movies.
And the fact that it's your favorite, like that makes me excited to see it.
It's like Steven, Faith versus Reason, which is one of my favorite topics.
Dude, this is like falling off a log for you, dude. You've played preachers before.
I've been a preacher.
It's already Steven, you're a character actor. and you flex that character already, so you know it like the back of your hand, I guess is that phrase.
There's a mole on my thumb, and no.
See, you know.
No, it's a play I love. It's been made into a movie at least 3 times. The first one is it's Frederick March and Spencer Tracy. It's and then the second movie is it was a made for TV movie with I think Kirk Douglas and Jason Robards. And
I've even dipped my toe into the theater crowd, Steven, and I've still never heard of this. And you said 4 times they've made it? 3 as a movie?
The third one is George C. Scott and Jack Lemmon. Like it's a phenomenal play. Lemmon. Oh, have you seen the speaking of George C. Scott and Jack Lemmon, have you seen the version of 12 Angry Men that they're in, directed by William Friedkin?
I have seen both versions of 12 Angry Men, and I find both of them to be very, very, well, the 2 that I know of, I find to be very, very entertaining. The
first one was one that was made for television. Did I tell you I saw that one live on stage with John Boy Walton?
Oh, what's his fucking name?
Richard, what's his face?
Richard. Oh, it's gonna kill me because my dad was watching the Waltons today, and I was like, "Damn, look at that mole." What's his name? He was in It.
I'm looking it up now.
The miniseries with Tim Curry.
Yep.
So was
I'm getting there. Hang on.
Seth Green and Jonathan Brandis.
Where the fuck are you, John Boy? Richard. Hey, here he is. Richard Thomas.
Oh, fuck. It was right there. We're both so fucking stupid, Steven. We knew that. We knew that. It's just that, you know what? This is the weird thing is I was on my news feed the other day, just kind of scrolling through like I do. And I read this article that said that, and you're not going to believe this, but it said that marijuana can negatively affect your memory. Have you heard about this? Have you seen this? Yeah.
I feel like I'd remember if I heard that.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
But no, I saw him in 12 Angry Men. He played juror number 8, the one who's kind of like ends up pushing things the other way. The one that Jack Lemmon plays in the William Friedkin movie.
Yes.
But he plays that, and he's also in future episode of this podcast, Battle Beyond the Stars. So maybe one of these days,
Steven, maybe I'm going to take a cue from you because maybe I'm old enough to finally like play the roles that I really give a fuck about playing on stage, because I never wanted to play like the young cool roles. Like I always wanted like 12 any character in 12 Angry Men. Mm-hmm. Like that's what I would want to do, not some fucking whatever they doing as a 25, 30-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You give me any role in that show and I'll have a great time. Like that, every role in that show is a character actor piece, 100%.
Indeed.
Same but I will not be doing Separation. I'll be doing Inherit the Wind. We're opening at the last weekend of September, September 26th, 27th, 28th, and then we're also running October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That's at the Curtain Call Theater in Mokina, Illinois.
When would be the best time to come for me? Like, should I come to the first show, or like should I let you sort of?
It depends on the. I mean, I'll have it down by that point.
Like so when would you prefer? Does it matter at all?
No, you can come to any show. I mean, there's the matinees and Sundays, the Sunday shows. So the 28th. I do love a matinee. So, my parents and my partner's parents will both be coming to the first matinee. So if you want to meet all of our parents.
You know what I love about a matinee? It's just like watching a movie on a matinee showing. Is you're in the dark for so long that you forget it's day, and then when you walk outside, you're like, "Whoa,
sunshine!"
Wow, you're Brad Pitt as Tyler Durden when he shoots the van. Like, whoa! It's that like startling.
So sure. If you're in the Chicagoland area or are considering visiting, check out Inherit the Wind on and again the Curtain Call Theater, Mokina, Illinois. Tickets on sale at ccctheater.org, I believe is the website. Maybe
I'll be there. It's at one of those showings. I will be there. So there's a chance that you'll run into me, and I realize that it's more desirable not to run into me. So what I'm saying is I'm only going to go once. So you have a pretty good chance of missing me.
1 in 6,
entirely.
1 in 6 chance of finding him, and a 1 in 5 or a 5 in 6 chance of missing him entirely.
And unless I'm stoned, I'll talk your ear off. So
there it is. So yeah, the Curtain Call Theater. It is CCC Theater spelled RE.com.
The proper way
to that. But yeah, that's what I've got going on. And of course, join the Summer of George continues over on the Pod and the Pendulum. Hear me talking about Night of the Living Dead, Diary of the Dead, and Survival of the Dead.
Gosh, I hope you guys talk about the remakes soon.
That's next. And then the big 300th episode where we're counting down the top 25 horror films of the 2000 or the century so far.
Too broad. It's just too broad. I can't do it. It's too broad. Like, it would take me days to just go through everything and then bring it down to everything that I've seen, and then break that down into like a list of maybe 100, and then it would just take forever. That's so many movies. That was a huge part of my cinematic journey, was like, because I graduated high school in 2001, and I didn't go directly in, but when I was 21, when I was 20, I went into the military, and so I had disposable income, and so I was able to go see movies. I was able to buy the movies I wanted. Every week stuff would come out, I would buy it. Even after that, even after I got out of the military, like, I don't know. I was always able to get all the movies, and I don't remember why I brought that up.
Just because it's too broad for you to narrow down.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. Films. I saw so much stuff that I can't even conceive. Like, it doesn't make sense to me to make a list of 10 movies over the last 25 years and it taking less than like a month to figure all that shit out.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're doing over at Pod and the Pendulum. So, and I had my list done in a couple hours.
And
that's the beautiful thing
about it too. Like,
coming to horror late.
Confident.
Like, coming to horror late and then having a Letterboxd account where I log fucking everything I watch comes in very handy. So, yeah.
Well, and when I was up and coming as a horror fan, like, there wasn't streaming, so you just had to commit to shit. Like, you had no idea. Mm-hmm. Like, if you rented something, you gotta watch the whole thing. Man, I paid fucking $3 for this. I have to watch it, you know?
Right.
Now, it's just streaming. You get half hour into something, and you're like, fuck this. You're like, okay, fuck this. Like, let's find something else.
I already have the streaming platforms. What do I need to watch this whole damn thing for?
Exactly. I'm just saying,
Tucker, socials. Time. Go.
Socials, yes. On YouTube and on Instagram, I am Ice909. That's ICENINE, the number 0 and the number 9. Also, Tuck Mugs still exists. Tuck_mugs. We had a few posts in rapid succession last month, and there are more coming. So that's going to happen. I have a couple new mugs, and I've gotten quite a few more shot glasses since the last time I posted a shot glass.
That's true.
On Tuck Mugs, have I ever put outside of that Jameson, like, little, like, teeny tiny goblet that's essentially a shot glass, have I put like a proper shot glass on there? I don't think I have.
I don't believe so. You'd have to ask your former social media manager who you unceremoniously fired. So
that's what. That's one of my favorite things to collect, or things that I'm going to use. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I collect coffee mugs and pint glasses and shot glasses.
See, I hate practical shit. If you're going to give me a gift, no practical shit. I want entertainment only.
No, see, I'm just like too, like I'm so against the collector mentality, and I'm pretty environmentally conscious. So, like, but also I have that urge to have the collector mentality. Like, because I kind of started that gangsta shit, and this is the motherfucking thanks I get. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of helped usher in the age of man babies that just collect a bunch of useless shit that sets on shelves. So it's kind of
such a fucking hipster.
It's sort of my fault, and I didn't mean to, and I'm sorry. So as a penance, the only things I allow myself to collect are things that I will use all the time. So shot glasses, coffee mugs, pint glasses. And you've witnessed all of them, Steven. There's so many.
I have.
I even had a theme buy at a Goodwill in Pittsburgh that I'll get into on Tuck Mugs. So if that sounds interesting to you, just follow Tuck_Mugs on the Instagrams immediately. We have quite a few followers. There's a few that are pretty rabid. In fact, I was very surprised at last week's guest that brought up Tuck Mugs before I did, which I was very flattered. Very flattered at that, because that's the whole point of Tuck Mugs. It's just to be like a kind of neutral, wholesome, happy place on Instagram. You got all kinds of shit going on Instagram. Like, you got the thirst traps, and you got all the political shit and all that. But Tuck Mugs is just like a soft landing. Like, let's look at some glassware, homies, and just have a time. Anyway, Tuck_Mugs on Instagrams. Check that shit out. Let's wrap it up, Steven.
All right, that sounds good. So that has been our episode on 2020's Freaky. For my co-host Tucker and the absent Brett Wright, until next time, this is your host, Stephen Foxworthy, saying, having balls sucks.